Hello everybody, Nana does. How's everybody today? I am just swarming with mosquitoes, so this is going to be fast. We're going to do a thing on Tim Scott today after I seen the ass he made of himself on CNN today on Dana Bash's show. She interviewed the massive ass kisser, and apparently he used to be a real Republican at one time, but he wanted fame, power, and money more. He says Joe Biden's a segregationist. But first, I went back a little bit and did some history on him. This is from the PALMER Report, October 12, 2023. This sums up Tim Scott. He's so desperate to blame Joe Biden for the global woes that when asked questions about the mango moose knuckle, he goes on a tangent of conspiracy theories, rambling and ranting, making the point that the Kool-Aid has diminished his capacity to think rationally. He has no platform, but neither do any of the other Maga Republicans. They all point fingers and say what's wrong with the other guys, but do they have any solutions? The only solution they have is Project 2025. That'll be their final solution. If the mango moose knuckle gets in, please Satan, keep him, won't you? But Mocha Blue of the PALMER Report said, Scott has drunk the Kool-Aid to such an unquenchable degree that he has done a metamorphosis literally overnight into a sullen, angry, and hateful MAGA. If you look at his Twitter, one would see the rantings of a lunatic. Sound familiar? I think that rubbed off too. Now, MAGA propaganda has a script that only allows him to say so much, right? So you can tell he really doesn't believe any of that shit. But thirsty people, just saying. So Joe Biden is resegregating U.S. public schools. He says, and I quote, "We need 4 more years of common sense under Donald Trump, not 4 more years of segregation under Joe Biden." Trump is the one that's into stuff like that. When Dana Bash asked if calling Biden a segregationist was going too far, he stumbled and it was right? Saying the elimination of charter schools under Joe Biden resegregates schools in America. Well, you want a little hint? Listen to this. Charter schools get federal grants to the tune of $440 million a year since 2019. Who was president in 2019? Charter schools too, right? So charter schools get federal grants to the tune of $440 million a year, and it stayed that way since 2019 when you know who was president. Research from Stanford University and University of Southern California in celebration of 70 years since Brown versus Board of Education did in fact see segregation creeping back in. Over the past 30 years. You ready for this? Here it is. One of the main drivers, much to Timmy's chagrin, is the rise in charter schools. That's right. Because, mind you, they get all the federal grants, but you know what else? They don't have to follow the regular education curriculum. They can teach whatever the hell they like, which means a watered-down version of history. They're reinserting words into books like Rosa Parks. They've reinserted words into the Diary of Anne Frank, or completely refused to have kids read that. Because, I mean, don't let your kids have any empathy for anybody else. Please don't teach them to feel bad for somebody else. Right? Don't feel bad. That's what they're saying. We don't want the white children to feel bad, so we will change history to make sure that they don't. It's going to be a big goddamn surprise when they end up going for a job and they said, no, I'm sorry, you're not qualified. Didn't learn the right stuff in school. But anyway, now Tim Scott only has his place on the Trump circus revival because Trump is desperate for black voters. Surprise! That's why that lunatic tried to hold a rally in the South Bronx, which is very, very, very blue. And 95% of the population of the South Bronx is black and Hispanic. Now, when they pan that crowd of they were saying 30, 40, 50,000 people. He was lucky to get 2,000 people there. And you know what? Most of them were white. Did you notice? White. That's right. And they were, have driven in from as far as Florida and Kentucky. Yeah. So, they all came from out of state. One lady said, all you have to do is go to the parking lot and see all the different license plates. You'll see. So, Tim, here's your advice. Please put down the glass and back away from the Kool-Aid. It is poisoning your mind and your neurons to fire properly. You are not using your critical thinking skills. You know that stuff they taught you in university? But you were a football player. You were a cornerback. Did you get whacked around that much that it has done some damage? You and Herschel Walker, maybe? Too much football? I don't know. But yeah, it's poisoning your critical thinking, and it's totally disintegrated your self-respect, your integrity, and your morals. Anyway, Naughty Nana loves you. That's another rant. Happy Sunday, everybody. If you're new to the channel, give us a thumbs up. Give us a little subscribe. Like it, love it, and please share it. I need to grow this channel for you guys. Mwah. Thank you all. Have a wonderful, safe weekend. Love you all. We'll have a good one for Memorial Day tomorrow. Love you all. Mwah.